UCA and Startup Junkie Consulting, and we're here to sort of catalyze the entrepreneurial movement in Central Arkansas. So we do tons of networking, educational events. Everything we do is totally free. We do free one-on-one consulting. And this is our makerspace. So we opened a week ago. Everything we do in here is free, and anyone can come in and attend a maker training, get a maker badge. You actually make your own badge, and then anytime we're open, you come in and make anything. So it's really cool. We're super excited about this space. Before we start, I'm going to go ahead and thank our team. Keaton in the back, who's live tweeting right now, is a huge, huge help, and he's going to be our point person for this event moving forward. And we also have people standing all over the room who really make this happen. And Uncle T's for providing the food. We're really excited to work with local partners here. But this event is, we started this event to sort of let you guys hear the stories of local entrepreneurs who are actually making their dreams come true. It's one thing for us to talk about entrepreneurship, and it's a totally different thing for someone to actually tell you what it's like to be an entrepreneur. So I'm really excited to have Jordan Mountjoy with us today. You can see he has a lot of really, really awesome stuff over here. So I think there might be a incentive for you to ask questions at the end, a little hint there. So we're going to let him go ahead and get it started here, but he's a firefighter, he's a dad, he also runs this company, so he's sort of an all-around really, really awesome person, awesome entrepreneur, and has a great story to share. So I'm going to let you just take it up. Help me welcome Jordan.
It's kind of like on the, what do I do with my hands, right? So yeah, my name is Jordan. Thanks for coming. Like Kim said, I started Rock Monkey Outfitters. This is going to be kind of a pretty casual speech, because that's kind of how, I do things. I don't have the suit and tie. But yeah, so what you're looking at, some of our products. I don't know if any of y'all have heard about Rock Monkeys. Anyone heard of us before? Anyone? Awesome. Anyone not heard of us? Hey, even I love that even more, because now you have. So that's what we're all about. Hey, which one do I? Go ahead, sorry. This one? Okay, cool. So I'm gonna give you some visuals. Rock Monkey, I guess to start off, as far as entrepreneurship, I know you guys are young from college. I'm 28. I did not go to UCA. I'm not a great example of somebody that went to college because I always never enjoyed school. I knew I wanted to be a fireman, and I knew I wanted to have a clothing company. That's what I always talked about in high school. They did a newspaper on me about how I wanted to have a clothing company when I was a senior. So whenever I say it was my dream, I'm not just making that up. I have evidence from 10 years ago that I truly did. This has always been a dream of mine. There's a lot of passion behind it. So how do you start a clothing company? We've not been open for 3 years. We've done over $250,000 in sales. That's t-shirts at wholesale price, anywhere from the range of $11, $13. So, that's kind of the numbers as far as we go. But if you look at the pictures, this is kind of my vision of Rock Monkey. When I started, I always wanted it to look really official. I never wanted to put my face on it. That's why most people, when they meet me, my joke is like, yeah, I know it's super disappointing. I'm probably not what you pictured, but here I am, I did it. So, I started this company because I wanted people to just be connected. Getting married, having kids, I don't have a whole lot of time to do those things like I'd like to, full-time job firefighter. I started Rock Monkey thinking, man, it'd give me a chance to rock climb a lot more, and then it took off and I haven't climbed ever since. So that's sort of some of the things you need to know as entrepreneurs that may be thinking about starting your business. You're going to start a business, but you need to be passionate about that business. My advice would be, know where you're headed. That's why for me, when we started, we always wanted to have extremely professional shots. Does anyone know where that's at? Yeah, there you go, awesome. So, very high quality photos. That's what we're always about. You can look back from the beginning, and I've always tried to hang tag our clothes. We've always bagged them. We've always done it to where people would buy into the fact that they thought we were a true, big, large corporation company. And that's what a lot of people think, and that's what we want. Because we don't want people to think, oh, hey, Jordan's Mimi was folding the shirts, Jordan's wife was tagging it, and Jordan was, him and his mom were delivering it, because that was 100% the first year of what we were doing. And it was awesome. It was exhausting. But we outgrew that space, and we're no longer able to do that. But again, like I said, just looking on the pictures, these are some of our new designs you can look at. A lot of these are inspired just from my brain or the picture or something I've seen before. But as far as the company goes, we'll have a question and answer at the end. But the three things for me that I would say, when I did this last time, I'd asked my wife what are the three things she would attribute to the success of Rock Monkey. Being one, my faith. Two, the fact that I don't take no for an answer. And then three, social media. It's where we're at. So going on to this picture. So this is the Mwangi project. This is something that's important to me. Rock Monkey was a dream for 10 years. A lot of people say, the last 3 years haven't been so successful was because there was 10 years of failures before that. There was 10 years of a lot of checking my intentions and seeing where I want to do this. As a person that I'm a believer, and I always for 10 years felt that this is what God put on me. That I wanted to do this clothing company, and I wanted to make the world a better place. That's what we're doing. We're not going to put stuff all out there. We're not going to, hammer that down. But we want to be a good company that makes the world a better place. And this is one of the areas we're doing it. The Mwangi Project. Mwangi is an orphan. He's 19 years old, and he was adopted by a family that has been forced into the slums of Kenya. I know that seems kind of out there, but I have a friend that's a missionary that knows them personally. But we are donating 50 cents an item. So right now we're almost at 3,000 for the last 6 months that we're able to give towards that. We're encouraging people to help us give money. That money's going towards giving them a new home. It takes $15,000 for this family to buy land and start their farm back that was stolen from them and give them a new life. And to me, this is the stuff that matters. That's why we started Rock Monkey. Again, more pictures. These are some of our pullovers. Last year, this has been a full year of us being able to create our own product. That's what, for me, seeing where we're going. Again, if you're going to start a company, that's what you need. You need to see where you're going. You're going to want to look at it. I wanted to be the next Patagonia. I wanted to be the company that's going to last forever and it's going to, continue on and on. And how do you do that? For me, becoming a true brand. So these T-shirts that we have up here, I have some of our older ones, but the T-shirts that are new, those are actually our brand. We've made those shirts. The shirt, the color, the ink, the size, the material, every single stitch of it is ours. It's our brand. So that's important. Another good picture. Joe Jack, you can follow him on Instagram. He's a cool guy. That's in New Zealand. But so like I said, a faith. Two, not taking no for an answer. That doesn't mean that I don't let people tell me no. When you're going to do business and when you're going to start a business, you're going to have people tell you no. You're going to have people cut you off and not give you answers. For me, dig in. Don't accept just no. For me, it's okay. If you're not going to buy my shirts, hey, that is totally okay with me. But why? Because this is something I'm passionate about. We've made time. We've talked about it. So why not go ahead and give me the information? Did we do this? Would you prefer if we did that? Learn from it. Every no is an opportunity to have a learning experience. That's something that I've really, really been passionate about. Then again, social media. That's a big, obvious thing. The 10 years of failures, we didn't have Instagram, Twitter, when I was in when I was in high school, we didn't have, Facebook was just turning out, but that wasn't really an online presence that it is today. We've probably in almost all 50 states and probably 10 to 15 countries, and that's all from online. There's no other reason. People see it, they see the pictures. That's pretty much it. Social media is a big, big deal. So in your business growth, do not underestimate social media. It is a big, big deal. Who can tell me where that's at? Where? What movie? Yeah, thank you for the first one. So you're gonna get a free item. What size are you? Who said it? What size are you? One of you two. You. Yeah, fine.
I'm at Lord of the Rings.
Alright, what size are you?
Large.
Alright, well there you go. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Like I said, I don't know where we're at on time. That's a pretty awesome picture. I'm gonna leave it on this one because it's way better. So yeah, that's pretty much just like I said, question and answer. We can go through that. That'd be a lot better if you have any questions. But yeah, thanks for having me. We're gonna give away all this stuff, so ask questions and you'll get something. Go ahead.
So your designs, do you personally like to design most of them, or do you have like a team, or how do you all figure out what designs you put on your coats?
Okay, so that's a great question. So you guys, we're here at UCA, which is awesome. I am always looking for graphic artists. So if anyone knows anyone, send them my way. But yeah, so as far as graphics go, I always have some sort of touch to each design. Living the dream is probably a good example. Has anyone ever seen this shirt? before. If you know our company, you know this shirt. This was just an accident. This is my Jeep, my 1990 CJ7. So I did a really, really rough sketch of what I wanted on this, and then I sent it to my friend Dave Lewis. He's the worship pastor at Summit in Saline County. We've been friends for years. And I gave him a rough sketch and idea, and he totally created this. So every design, whether I come up with the original idea or I'm actually doing some work on the back end, I have some sort of touch to it, but I do have a team. So, what size are you?
Medium.
There you go. Go ahead.
So do y'all have brand ambassadors, like right now, like the person that's been joining on Instagram stories and stuff like
Yeah.
is that someone you personally know, just a brand ambassador?
Yeah, so the cool thing, brand ambassadors, you know, it's awesome because that's a loose term. You know, I'm all for brand ambassadors. I get up probably 10, 15 times a day for people just wanting free beer, which is something we kind of direct away from because I can't give away everything, you know. But yes, we do have brand ambassadors. They're great. Joe Jack is a guy I met through Instagram. And that's the really cool thing about Rock Monkey is that it just brings people together. You know, one of my favorite times was from last year. We flew in Brian Middleton, who's done a lot of artwork for me. Flew him in to go on a big fly fishing retreat with Bo at Little Red River. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's on our blog post. But we went and flew him in and had a good time. And he had done a lot of stuff for me for free. And I was like, hey man, let me just bring you down here to thank you. So Instagram, every brand ambassador we have through Instagram, Facebook, it all comes through me because I control all those. But some people are my friends that I know personally, but most of them are people I've met through the business. What size are you? We'll have plenty. There's a lot of stuff up here. Okay. Yeah, the biggest challenge I would say, it's a good question. I think for me, it's just myself. It's in my head. The biggest challenge, growing pains are a very real thing that you don't. You hear that term. Everyone in my family owns a business. I've heard it. I've never really understood it, but the growing pains, so like if you have a line right here, then you have down here, it's like the mom and pop shop. And then up here is like the Patagonia factories, like big time shops. You have this fine line that's really tough to get over. And that's kind of where we're at. We're at the place where we're about to make that big leap. But right now, I'm kind of like at max capacity, and I'm doing everything for the most part myself. Because, we've grown to the point where we need salaried employees, but as far as capital, as far as money return, we're not quite ready to have a full-time salaried employee. So growing pains is a big deal in that aspect as far as where we're at currently right now. So that's it. Yeah, no. When we're done, everyone's gonna get something, I'm sure. Blue.
So the question I have, when you were getting ready to start everything up and you were going through like the legal side of things, what were some of the issues that you ran into? Because I know with starting like any kind of business, especially one that you said you want to be the next Patagonia, how do you do that without becoming Patagonia and getting paints?
Oh yeah, that's real hard. So yeah, you don't want to look too much like everyone else, but at the same time, you want to follow that flow. All outdoor brands, they're all the same essentially. Your Faded, Chills, Natives, Patagonia, North Face, however, you can sit here and talk about the story all you want. We're all doing the same thing. So for me, I wanted to, on the back end, I can't speak for Patagonia specifically, but I knew in my heart where I was going with this. I can't speak for all the other companies, but I knew going into it, I would be different in the sense that we truly were a brand that was making the world better. Not that any of those companies aren't. From a design aspect, I have a team of people that I can chat with and talk to. So we try to not look at anyone else's designs as the process is going. But, you will have kickback because sometimes designs might look similar. And I've had several times we scratched designs because it looked too much. So you have to be intentional. I don't know if that really answers your question exactly, but.
So you would just say that you would spend the time focusing on something you appreciate,
yes.
Bringing people this kind of like a group of people saying, is this good or bad?
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, once you have like a design, then you would search, you have a place and say, hey, is it close, or you just kind of run with it and kick back and go from there?
Yeah, a lot of times, so on that, from that point, you know, we will have the designs ready to go. And once we go out, we start doing pre-sales, pre-season sales, that's what everyone does. And I'll talk to a lot of, every single store we have, including Natalie here at Wilkinson's, in Conway, we'll ask them about the designs. And most of the time, they've already seen everything. So that we really value that with our stores. Our stores sort of hold us accountable to the fact that like, hey, have you seen anything like this? Do you like it? And that sort of helps us as far as we're going. But yeah, with the company, you know, for me, it's just I know that I'm passionate about it. I know I love it. And for me, that's kind of all that matters. You know, I mean, I'm doing this thing and that's it. What size are you? Go with this. So this is a good example. Like this is one of our early ones, Comfort Colors. That's kind of like what you do, you know, for the most part when you start. Well then, you know, these other ones, if it has our tag on the back of it, we made that. It's not any shirt.
Do you just go through like an OEM for that?
Do what?
Do you go through an OEM for that, or do you actually like in-house?
No, we source it. Yeah, we have warehouses. Right. I mean, you're gonna eventually, you go from selling 150 pre-sale to, you know, 10,000 in a year. You know, I mean, and you have to have the shirts way ahead of time. So you will eventually need bagging. Fortunately, I was able to do it with my parents.
And I have a quick follow-up to that on my.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the growth that you have, even since I met you, you've moved to a brick and mortar. Talk about just that aspect of like creating jobs, and how did you make that happen for yourself?
Yeah, sure. What size are you? Small?
Yeah.
Here you go. That's the last one. Sorry. I dropped the ball. That's for you. Okay, so, that was her one question. She doesn't really care. She doesn't want to let me. Okay. So the question is, how did we move to the brick and mortar? How did we start? Okay, so my whole process on the brick and mortar, last year when I went to North Little Rock and did this, we were just starting to get into the idea that we had moved into a house. My parents. It went from my house to my parents' office to my parents' upstairs, and just got to the point we couldn't keep doing it. And, you know, you have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 shirts, because we warehouse all the shirts. They're just sitting in a closet. I mean, seriously, a lot of the stuff that we had a year ago, or a year and a half ago, was sitting in my childhood closet because we had nowhere else to put it. And it was like, if we could get into a building and make the sales pay for the building, we've won. Because we need a building to facilitate everything we have here, and we also need a presence. So we went from the building last year that we were in, and then we have upgraded to a building in Bryant off the interstate. We're gonna have events, we're gonna have all kinds of good things going on there. But we did it out of necessity, really. And then in order to pay for it, we put a store on it so we could host events. And but instead of me sitting in a coffee shop, I sit up there and work and have walk-in traffic all the time. So that was kind of we needed to do it, but at the same time, it was something we needed to do for a lot of reasons other than space. Does that answer?
Yes, so can you talk about how do you sell a lot of shirts out of there?
Okay. Yeah, we sell a lot of shirts out of it. So we do, is that? Yeah, no, so we have events. We're gonna do September 23rd. If any of you guys wanna come down, we're gonna have a big bago tournament, which you can sign up. And we're going to have a big Jeep Club event. My dad's president, or was the president of the Salted Jeepers, and all those Jeep clubs. We're all going to come down there because we have a huge area to hang out. We're going to have the Jeeps out there, a bago tournament, and in order to do that, we're able to bring in a lot more traffic on top of it. So like we sort of pack our money in the fact that we're going to be able to have events and have a lot of people, but the building we're in is such a great location, we have a lot of walk-in traffic. So I'll go up there and just do my normal job and, you know, just work up there. And
What's your address?
Makes it easy. 22005, and that's I-30 in Bryan, 72022. I mean, it's literally right off the exit right off the interstate on the left. Yes.
Can you talk about your budget for marketing and how you?
Oh, yeah. I don't have one. Yeah. It's that's a whole nother beast. Yeah, so we really, for the most part, I only have 2 photographers that I pay. And they've worked with Tanner Burge, and you guys follow him. He's a good friend of mine, started as a model. And then Kelly, I think it's Calvillo, she's the one that took that picture. She's up in Colorado. So what I do with them is I just sort of do a package deal and send them a bunch of shirts, a bunch of, you know, items to do with a check. And with them, it's very low. I mean, it's kind of, there's not really a budget for it. I know I should have a better answer than that, but most of our, I mean, the awesome part about social media, who in here would take a picture and post it on Instagram if you got a shirt for free? Everyone, every person in here. And that's what's awesome about social media. So as you're growing your business and you're trying to, I mean, use, that is a huge, we do not, it sounds crazy, but budget-wise, I mean, Joe Jack, the guy that went to New Zealand, I didn't literally pay him a penny. I just gave him a bunch of stuff. He's like, yeah, dude, I would love to do that. I mean, most people want to be a part of it. And that's what I've always said about Rock Monkeys. I want people to feel as much a part of this company as they can because, I mean, it truly is. It's my dream. I mean, it's something for 10 years I never thought would happen. And then it's happening. And I'm like, man, let's get everyone. Anyone wants to be a part of it, let's do it. It's all up. What size are you? Oh, what beanie or hat do you want? I'll just throw you. Oh, that's yours. You want a beanie or hat?
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead, Eric.
Your sales, online sales versus retail, what's the breakdown?
Okay, so I don't have an actual percentage. My guess would be 80% is going to be like resell to stores. That's our main areas. Gearhead.
What are some of the stores you're in? I heard Wilkins.
Wilkinson's, Gearhead, Gene Lockwood's, Lewis and Clark, McLean and Company, Ozark Outdoor, the Woodsman, Feltner's, or I think we're in about 45 different stores over about 6 states right now. So there's several. I mean, and that was our main bulk, was selling to those stores and then they can sell it to customers. But now we have the online. This year will look a lot different because our online has really gone up a lot this year. And of course now we have the retail space, so our percentages will probably be 70-30. But yeah, our main, we are all about, we want people to buy from our stores. We're all about, go buy from your local store, don't buy it online, go there. What size are you?
I'm an XL.
Hey, I got you, man. Perfect. Yeah, right, yeah, go ahead.
I know that like when you originally started out, it was more focused on rock climbing, and now like the picture you showed me, it's more of a lifestyle brand.
Yeah.
Did you lose anybody by moving away from that really like niche kind of core value?
I mean, you'd have to ask them. I don't, yeah, I mean, I don't think so, because even though it did start, I mean, Rock Monkey, obviously, rock climbing, that's where it comes from. That's the story of the names, you know, the Yosemite climbers. Back in the day were Stone Monkeys, Stone Masters, that's where Rock Monkey comes from. You know, I would hope that it wouldn't change any more than people that buy from Patagonia. I mean, you know, to me, I feel like if you have our brand ambassadors, they're more your normal average Joes. Someone like me, dude, I'm not even on that level of brand ambassador. I'm like the dude that doesn't put his face on it because my life would be boring. And then you have the brand ambassadors that like get to go, you know, take all these hiking trips and do all this cool stuff, but they're more normal. And then you have athletes who are like living like, hey, I'm an athlete, I'm living in a van. So that's kind of the difference. So I think that we do have integrity in the fact that we still have our whole story is about athletes, but it includes everyone. What's up?
I think one of the darker trucker. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, no.
When you first started, you know, you were a firefighter, you got married, you had a kid, right?
Yeah, I had two.
Okay, 2 kids. And then, you know, you were trying to start this t-shirt company. How are you able to balance all of that together and
Oh gosh.
get those together?
Don't ask my wife. That wouldn't be a good answer. No, yeah. So when I started, I waited until I got my year on the fire department. So I was already done with all my testing and all of that. So you work 24 hours at the fire station, then you're on 48. So I work every 3rd day. So, you know, a lot of times, you know, like I worked yesterday, so I'm off today. So I could go sit on the couch and do nothing, or, you know, actually work. So that number one, my schedule, it's actually been a huge help. I mean, it does whenever I don't sleep at night, that kind of changes things. But, you know, that has been huge. I couldn't have done it with the Monday through Friday job. Not to discourage you from having Monday through Friday job. My son was 1. He was a little over 1, and my wife was in school. So I think there was a healthy balance. I would say probably in the first year it wasn't so healthy. And that's something I've learned. You know, after 5, you know, hey, just like any normal job, whether it's Rock Monkey or, you know, McDonald's. I mean, at 5 o'clock, you go home. And that's something I had to make myself do because, like I said, that first year I didn't. The first year I was very much the computer at the house and stay until 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning working. But that's something you have to have margins. I would say that's extremely important. You need margins in everything in your life. You know, it's not how many things you do, it's how many things you do well. And so that would be probably those margins. What size? Excel.
So talk a little bit about the role of numbers, the role of particularly financial numbers, and how you use those to manage your business. How involved are you with the numbers and what have you?
Like our sales and profits.
Gross margin per product,
Okay.
net margin, operating expenses, income statement, balance sheet, the whole thing.
Okay. So now I'll try to answer that. That's a loaded question. So, yeah. So, you know, you need to know your margins, obviously, because if we're selling a $30 t-shirt and it costs us $45, we're not making money. But, you know, the value of our company, we wanted to sell products that are, you know, attainable. You know, I mean, some people would say $30 for a long sleeve's expensive. I would say go buy something cheaper. That's something that was important to me, is I want to keep our number down. Therefore, we have to have our margins up. You know, so a lot of that comes with the amount of shirts we buy, right? So when we started, we were paying way more for the Comfort Color shirts that are obviously just a Comfort Color shirt with screen print. That costs us way more than, you know, making a pullover from it. So you have to get your business up to where you have the quantity. And that comes from pre-sales. You have to know what you're going to sell for the season, because if you buy, that's starting out. A lot of these shirts that have Comfort Colors on it, that's when I did not understand that process. I bought way too many. They sell really well, I just had way too many. And I bought more of those than, well, I just bought a lot of them. So you have to know how many you're going to buy, because that's going to be your margin breakdown. Luckily, we were able to, our margins now are to the point where no matter what we make, t-shirt wise, it's the same. Whether we use 40 color inks or one, it's all the exact same price because of our sourcing and the way we do that process. So I have a set number that I know exactly what it costs. I know what our markup is. So whenever we go into selling it to, you know, wholesale accounts, or selling it to, you know, direct to consumer, I know exactly what our number is. As far as, you know, as far as managing,